What's happening, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Terry Melda and you're sipping, spilling and seeing the tea with me. And the tea today is how I added some volume and some length to this wig. So let's get into it. The wig I'm adding a bit of length to, you might recognize from a previous video. It is a Westkiss 613 20-inch wig with a 5x5 closure. The wig as it is fine, but I personally felt that it was a little thin, so I wanted to add a bit of volume and some length because why not? So I got the bundle from Face Beauty. I'm just showing you that it came with a couple wig caps. And I got a 22-inch bundle, obviously in 613, just showing you how the bundle came. And I thought it was a decent sized bundle, and I thought the hair quality was also decent. The price of the bundle was also very decent. I don't think I came across many vendors on AliExpress that only sold the bundles without the closures and the frontals. And here I'm just checking that the bundle matches the wig because they're from two different vendors, but I don't think it matters. So I'm starting from basically the base of the wig, the last track at the bottom at the nape of the neck. That's where I'm going to sew in my first track of hair, if that makes sense. So I'm just making sure I've secured the clips so that there's no hair in the way, and I'm bringing the bundle forward just to measure the length. I did use 2 wefts just to measure to see if I wanted it to be that thick, but I just thought, no, that'll be just too much, and I didn't know how much hair I'd need down the line, so I thought, okay, let me just do one track, one weft at a time. So I'm just measuring how much of the bundle I'm going to cut and then sew at this part of the wig. As you can see, I'm just cutting it off there. I'm just using a generic white thread and needle to sew the track in. And once I've thread the needle, I'm just tying a few knots at the end to make sure it's secure and it doesn't pull through when I'm sewing. So I thread the needle through the track I'm sewing in, and then I went over the track and thread the needle and stitched through the existing track of the wig. That's what I'm trying to show you here. I think that's how I was trying to find a way of hiding the knot between the track I'm adding and the existing track in the wig. Once I've made that initial stitch, I then go over and put the needle through the track I'm adding and the existing track of the wig, making sure not to catch the net of the wig, otherwise it will lead to complications down the line, and it will affect the way the wig sits and fits on your head. So just make sure when you're stitching through the track of the wig, it's just a track and not the net. So as you can see, I am stitching through the weft of the bundle I'm adding and the weft of the existing track of the wig, and I'll show you in closer detail later on in the video, but here I am checking to make sure that that is exactly what I'm doing and I'm not actually getting the net of the wig, so there are no complications down the line. So I've now got to the end of the track that I'm stitching onto the wig, and I've just gone over and over the end just to make sure that once I do cut the thread it doesn't unravel. But on top of just stitching over at the end of the track, I'm also tying a few knots just to make sure it's absolutely secure, so there's no chance of any unraveling once I've cut the thread.
We don't know each other well, so why I keep thinking of myself. Memories just keep ringing bells. If this is I wanna understand. My cookies are jiggling in my hand. My hands are clicking towards the door. Is this one thing that got me tripping? Is this one thing that got me tripping? It did. This one thing is so made me feeling. Is this one thing you did? Is this one thing that caught me slipping? Is this one thing I want to admit? It did. This one thing that I was so with it. Is this one thing you did?
Okay, one track done, a few more to go. I'm just looking to see, okay, is it actually a seamless transition in terms of the length that I've added in and the volume? And also I'm thinking of, okay, I've done one, where's the next one going to be added? So I think I came to the conclusion that there will be a space of one track, as in one existing track in the wig, between the tracks that will actually add in. I think towards the back of the head it was one track in between each one added, and later on I think it went up to two or three tracks in between. So here I'm just trying to decide how much space is in between each track and how many rows there are, just trying to make sure I have an even distribution of the bundle added in so it's not too bulky at the back, and also that there's enough to go around. I wasn't sure how much of the bundle I was going to use, but as you can see I've come to a conclusion and I'm already clipping the hair away so I can add the next track. Here's the close-up. So I'm just showing you how I am stitching the track onto the existing track of the wig. I'm stitching the needle through the weft of the bundle and also the weft of the track, the existing track of the wig. That ensures that the net of, or I guess the wig cap, is not stitched through, because that will make the wig tight and it affects how the wig fits. So by stitching through the wefts, it ensures that the needle doesn't go through the net or the wig cap, or doesn't affect the construction of the wig. Length check. So I'm just combing through, checking how it's going. I think we're really getting somewhere here. Just checking if it's seamless in terms of the transition in length and volume. But I am actually happy with how it's going. At this point, I'm very happy with how it's going. So this is the last track that I sewed onto the wig. It's just above the ear tabs of the wig. And whilst this is going on in the background, and there will be a close-up again of how I'm stitching the track on, just wanted to talk about how many tracks that I did sew on and the spaces between them once again. In total, I sewed 6 tracks onto the wig, from the base to this last track here, which is just above the ear tabs. The top 3 tracks had 2 rows between each added track, and the bottom 3 tracks that I added in had a space of 1 row. Finally, I have finished, and here is how much of the bundle was left after I'd finished sewing in the tracks. Could have actually added a couple more rows, but I didn't want to make it too bulky. Here I'm trying to compare the lengths of like the original wig and what I added in, but I don't think I've got that right. That looks a bit too, I don't think that's right to me. That doesn't look right. I think I'm even thinking like, is that right? And I basically just give up trying to figure it out. So yes, I'm just trying to show you, the length, the volume, the life, the luster I've given it to this wig, revamping it. And yeah, I think I've done a pretty good job. I think I'm just comparing again, trying to figure out, the length difference there, where it sat before and where it's sitting now in terms of the length. Yep, sis, I'm definitely feeling myself, because look at me. I actually think I'm that bee, which I am, but look at me. I'm just loving myself here. So yes, there was nothing wrong with the wig originally, but I wanted to give it a bit more life, a bit more volume. And as I was adding the tracks in, I could see there was some thinning in some of the existing tracks that were in the wig. So it's good that I thought of actually adding the tracks in just to reinforce the volume and just give a bit more length as well. Please let me know if you like this video. I've got a couple more hair videos in the pipeline, so please do look out for that when I do release them. If you want to see more, hair videos, please do comment below and let me know if it's not hair, whatever else you'd like to see in my channel. Thank you for actually watching this video as well, and please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, keep on snipping.